Imagine being told you're not fit to be a mother by the same man who abandons his own child, cheats behind your back, and thinks you'll just accept it. Well, I didn't accept it. Instead, I turned his lies into the very weapon that destroyed his little double life, and made his side chicks rip him apart while I sat back and laughed. If you've ever wished karma would come faster for people who betray your trust, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to Life in Stories for more tales of justice served cold. Because today's story, oh, it's pure chaos and sweet revenge. I was 28 when I met P, a 25-year-old guy who, at first, seemed like he had his life together. He had a young son just 4 years old, and I actually thought dating someone with a child would be ideal. Why? 'Cause I never wanted kids of my own. I thought, perfect, he already has a child, so he won't pressure me into motherhood. Oh, how wrong I was. From the beginning, things were messy. P would constantly dump his son on me without asking, like I was free babysitting service. The worst part, his child didn't even speak the same language as me. That meant I couldn't comfort him, couldn't discipline him, couldn't even connect. And when the boy misbehaved, wetting the bed, refusing to eat, it was me left drowning in frustration. And instead of helping, P berated me. He'd sneer, "Why aren't you bonding with him? Why aren't you trying harder?" Meanwhile, this was the same man who had been absent for most of his son's early life. The hypocrisy burned. One night, after yet another argument, I finally snapped. "You're projecting, P. If anyone should be bonding with this child, it's you, the father. Maybe if you stepped up, things would be different." His response, a dagger to the chest. "You're not fit to be a mother." I laughed bitterly. Exactly. That's why I don't want kids. That's why I thought dating you made sense. But he didn't stop. "Where's your motherly instinct?" I wanted to scream. "Where's your fatherly instinct?" But I froze. And when he dragged my own painful past into it, mocking the fact that I didn't even grow up with my mother, I realized something. This wasn't just disrespect. This was cruelty. After that fight, everything changed. Or maybe I just started to see who he really was. He became cold, distant, manipulative. He withheld intimacy, ignored my calls, picked fights out of thin air. And when he did speak, it was cruel little jabs designed to break me down. Things like, "Oh, I forgot sex with you was actually good." Or, "Wow, I forgot I actually missed you." Empty words. Hollow reassurances. It was gaslighting, plain and simple. And yet, instead of walking away immediately, I decided to wait. To watch. Because deep down I knew something was off. And men like him, they always slip up. That slip-up came wrapped in irony. P's phone broke, and because of work, he needed to stay reachable. So without even asking me, he started using my old iPhone. The problem for him, that iPhone was still tied to my iCloud, which meant every call, every message, every digital breadcrumb was mine to see. At first, I noticed suspicious calls to the same woman, every single day. That was my first red flag. Then, while doing his laundry, I found a prescription slip tucked inside his coat pocket. My stomach dropped. It was for an STD medication, with that same woman's name written on it. That's when the anger turned to ice. Because this wasn't just betrayal. This was putting my health at risk. And he wasn't even going to tell me. I could have confronted him then and there. But where's the satisfaction in that? Instead, I waited. I let him dig his hole deeper. And then one night, after some less than stellar intimacy, I watched him pass out in bed, snoring like the useless lump he was. That's when I reached for the iPhone. His text, his social media, his deleted messages. It was all there. Multiple women. The STD girl. A new girl who thought she was the love of his life. "I love you" texts back and forth, but no physical relationship yet. I had the full picture. So I set my trap. Using a spoof number, I texted the STD girl. The message was simple, designed to cut like a knife. "Hey, if you're looking for P, stop wasting your time. He's been with new girl all along. Here's her number." Then I sat back and waited for the fireworks. The next morning P was a wreck. His phone buzzing non-stop, his face pale, his mood frantic. He couldn't figure out who the spoof number was. STD girl was livid. New girl was confused. Both were demanding answers. He paced, he cursed, he panicked. And I played dumb. Even spoof texted myself just to make it look real. Hey OP, ask your man who STD girl is. He swallowed it whole. Convinced STD girl had blown up his secrets out of jealousy. And the best part, he was spiraling, but I kept my calm. Tears on command. Accusations at just the right time. Performance so good he never suspected me. The confrontation. Breaking the coward. Eventually he cracked. I pressed him about the STD prescription, and he tried to stall, to twist, to manipulate. But the walls were closing in. Cornered, he admitted to sleeping with the STD girl. Just once, he swore. Pathetic. Then he tried turning the tables, accusing me of being behind the spoof texts. I pulled out my ace, showing him the spoof text I had received myself. Watching the blood drain from his face was priceless. He muttered, "So it was her all along. Damn, she's crazy." I leaned in, locked eyes, and whispered, "You're a coward. Do you know that?" And for the first time, this smug, manipulative man broke. His eyes watered. His voice cracked. "Yes, I'm a coward." That moment, that was my victory. The aftermath. Delicious silence. He begged. He tried to spin stories. He even asked if this could be fixed. Fixed? How do you fix betrayal, lies, and risking someone's health? I didn't need to yell anymore. Silence was louder. Indifference was sharper. He knew it was over. And while he's left to rebuild his crumbling web of lies, dealing with 2 furious women and a reputation in shambles, I walked away. Heartbroken, yes, but also free. And laughing because for once, the chaos wasn't mine to carry. The most satisfying part. Watching him try to hold everything together while the walls closed in from all sides. His side chicks destroying him. His lies unraveling. His bravado melting into panic. And me, sitting in the shadows, sipping my coffee, knowing I orchestrated every ounce of his downfall. Sometimes revenge isn't about screaming or fighting. Sometimes it's about pulling the right string and watching the whole puppet show collapse. Here's the thing, betrayal always catches up. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but liars, cheaters, and manipulators, they always reveal themselves. And when they do, sometimes the sweetest revenge is just letting their own lies destroy them. So, what do you think? Was this revenge cold enough, or would you have gone even further? Let me know in the comments below. And if this story gave you chills, smash that like button and subscribe to Life and Stories for more tales of justice, karma, and sweet, sweet payback.